most of us come from the hood. Most of us come from, but we not street. We get brothers
Okay.
that's a little bit more street. They know street politics and all of that other stuff. You know, I was a football player. I was told to steer away from that, so I never really got involved with that. You know how they call Travis Hunter corny and all of that stuff, but he a football
Exactly.
player.
I I
That
I,
was
I I
me.
was I was corny. I'm not gonna say corny, but like I was nerdy. I was kind of a loner. I just kept to myself. I was in the anime and video games. So
Exactly.
so
So
so we were
me and you are
sheltered,
the
bro. Yeah.
same. Me and you was the same. I wasn't even sheltered. I could have went to the high school parties. I could have did all of that, but I just felt like it wasn't cool. Like the girls that I liked in high school, they weren't gonna mess with me just because I wasn't thugging like that. But I was a dude that
Exactly.
would go home, play video games, watch anime, Gundam Wing. All of that led up to this. Every single part of that led up to this. The way that I think, my mind, my business acumen, and all of that led up
Of
to
course.
this.
So
So
even with that being said, that ties into what y'all was just saying about certain women like resonating with Boma and wanting to be like Boma. It's a toxicity mindset, bro. To where
right.
they really did like the bad boys growing up. Simple and
So
plain.
I wanted to be Goku. Did nobody ever look at Vegeta? But Maz and the crew looked at Vegeta and said he was the one. I looked at Goku and said he was the one. So
Yeah.
no wonder why it's a whole bunch of Bomas running around wanting to be with Vegeta when I just wanted to be Goku, the person that
I,
could ride on Nimbus Cloud with a pure heart, the one that kicked everybody ass. You know what I mean?
I'm
So when I
saying
watch anime, my favorite character would be different than your favorite character, basically because of the principles that we had. You know,
every time. Every time.
so I just remember coming back home and I was just locked into the business side of things, right? And we put our crew together and everything. And I remember we said we're gonna have a podcast by the name of the Black Nasdaq Podcast. It's still up now, and you can slowly hear the deterioration of that podcast, episode in, episode out. Episode 1 and 2 was fire, fire. But then you start noticing the change. I'm not gonna go too deep into the story because none of us like to go into the dark spot. But what I realized from that is they were trying to make it seem like I wasn't being who I was, right? When
Okay.
I just was like, everybody in this room probably is a street smarter than me, right? But I'm telling you now, I'm more book smart than y'all. So where
Yeah.
you gonna combat me, you can't claim both. If you're gonna say you're more street smart than me, cool. I got some street smart too, but I'm also book smart. I went to college, I played football, I did all of that. So if you're gonna look at me and say, "Oh, I'm trying to protect you," or "This is not who you being, who you is," I will argue against the people from the streets that y'all didn't know who y'all was dealing with because y'all used to dealing with only street people. So now
Yep.
y'all meet a person with integrity, a person that got love, a person that want to do business. Now y'all trying to figure out what he own. Is he like is he really
Yeah. Is
one
he
of
on
us?
weird shit? Yeah.
Yeah, is he well, like who is he? What is he doing? So now it becomes weird for me because everybody around me like, oh, you're not used to being with a clique and a crew. No, I was never on gang. It's never on
Exactly.
gang. I was always
Exactly.
independent. I didn't
Exactly.
need somebody to help me do anything in life. You know what I mean? In high school, I rocked with myself. In junior high, I rocked with myself.
Exactly.
Honestly, to be completely honest with you, I thought all this nerd stuff that I'll be doing, like Gundam Wing and Goku and all of that, being in the technology, I thought that was lame because the hood made me think that that was
It
lame.
made you feel like it was lame. Yep.
So now, all these years later, it's becoming cool, and I see the street dudes trying to cross over to my side, and it's like, oh, hold up, keep that same energy.
That shit is wild to me, bro. I'm telling you, I've had the exact same similar experience. You know what I mean? To where, yeah, uh, uh damn, where was I going with that?
You
Damn,
good? You good?
shit, man. Yeah, because because I was mild mannered. I wasn't a street dude. I wasn't thugging it. It's like it's almost like we had to like play both roles, or
Right.
what's it called? People call it
Code switching for most people.
code switching. Thank you,
There's
sir.
layers of code
Code
switching,
switching.
even within the black community. Like, yeah, I can code switch when I go to work, but then when it comes to the streets, like Chicago is rough. I know where I'm not supposed to go. I know who, if I get in trouble, who to call. You know what I mean? And all of those things. And I know people that I'm not supposed to know. That's the big homies, right? But why would I ever be proud of that? A lot of people are proud of that. Like, I'm from a small hood of Benton Harbor, Michigan. And if you know anything about Benton Harbor, Michigan, there's nobody really this like wealthy. Like, there's nobody wealthy there. You know what I mean? So people get excited to say, "Oh, I'm from the trenches." I don't get excited. I'm trying to make something of myself. I'm gonna be. This sounds mad lame and mad corny. They're like, my parents was one check away from just struggling. I have moments in my life where I was either about to be homeless or I was homeless. Or, to be honest with you, fun fact about me, I remember being like 23 working at a GNC. I was so hungry I had to steal like a protein bar. So I ain't never just really came from like something. So for me, building up to this point and now seeing everybody from that side trying to come over, it's like, nah, that's, I see what y'all trying to do. I see what y'all trying to make something that y'all thought was lame and not cool back in the day cool. You see what I'm saying? They see all these girls hopping on and being anime chicks, and now they want to run over.
Being anime chicks, being furries, cosplaying and
Yeah,
shit. And really, it's a wave. It's a trend for these niggas. Nah, bro, this has been my lifestyle since I was fucking 8, 9, 10 years old. This is what I've been on, and it's. I'm not gonna say it's a part of my personality. It has nothing to do with personality. Really, it it actually like tied into to who your character was, like your sensibilities, like you were saying, uh uh like just wanted to be like Goku, just wanted to be pure hearted, bro. That was exactly me. To where
that was it.
I didn't want to be in the streets. I didn't want to be thugging. Like that's not my identity. I don't know. I
That's
didn't
not
identify with that.
like it. Only
Wasn't
took
playing.
it took me one time. I'm gonna tell this. It took me one time. I was like, I'm gonna be a thug. I'm gonna try it. And after that time, I was like, never again. I was in college, and I remember hanging out with certain people, and they were selling like weed and everything. And basically, what I ended up doing was like, I was like, yeah, well, I'm a rock with them. Now they indoctrinated me enough to let me know that this was cool. And I remember one night we went to go pack. We went to go pick up like a stash from some guy in the suburbs. The police got behind us.
Ooh,
The police got behind us, and I kid you not, it just started raining out of nowhere, like a torrential downpour or out of nowhere.
look that
And
that was God talking to you.
so that was a situation. There was also another situation, still the same college. We up in the suburbs, up north Chicago. And basically what ends up happening is me, I ain't gonna say their name, and two other of my roommates, we end up going to the mall. And we ain't do nothing. We just guys, if you know anything about college, you get your refund check. It's turned up time. Everybody got a little bit of money. That's how you know you went to college. You get that little refund check. You ain't thinking about I got to pay this back when I'm 34. It's turn up
And
time
ball out and turn up.
and ball out.
Exactly.
So we go to the store. All of us got money. It was no need for us to steal, but we went. We got our stuff. We leaving out. We hop in the car, and out of nowhere, it's like 6 or 7 police cars surrounding us in the suburbs. Keep in mind, true story. We didn't do nothing. I'm not driving. I'm in the back seat. The police walks to the front of the car. What then ends up happening is the police got the guns pointed at us. We got our hands up in the car like, yo, what is going on? Like we like scared as hell because we don't know what's happening.
Can
What
y'all
ends
hear
up
me?
happening is the police. Yeah, we can hear you.
Uh,
Let me land on my story. So basically, the police walks around to the driver's side, sticks his hand in the driver's side, and turn the car off and tell us to get
ah,
out. We don't know our laws, we don't know none of that, right? So we get out the car and we looking at each other, panicked as hell. And I'm like, they was like, yeah, we just got a radio that were radio in that there was some people stealing from a store or something like that. And we lost as hell because it was like we've been together the whole time. So this is a true story. This happens more often than not. They basically said it was another African American gentleman in the store, basically that shoplift, and they set us there. This is where the story gets bad. So we all had tattoos and everything, and the police told us we're gonna treat it like a music video. True story. True story. We're
Oh
gonna treat
wait,
it like a music video. So they bring out the cameras, they take out the cameras and they take pictures of like all our tattoos and everything. We just college kids being stupid. Like, yeah, we know we didn't do nothing, but we didn't know that what they were doing, taking pictures of every tattoo, every mark that we got, and all of that. Finally, they get a radio in from somebody said we got the right person. So they finally get a
that's cold
radio
as hell
in.
how they
This
did
is
y'all, man.
Schaumburg. This is Schaumburg, Illinois. They finally get a radio in and say we got the right person. So they finally got the right person, and then we duck off. We leave. I got quite a few stories like that. But in my mind, as you get older, it's like even if you was doing something crazy, they was gonna find whatever that crazy that was not related to that. So it's no point in being involved in any type of crime, any type of thugging or anything. Because
You,
just
you,
because I look a certain type of way, they could be pulling you over for this and they find that.
you know what
So
that's called, bro. That's just yeah, yeah. That's just another day as a young black man, bro. That's
right.
EWB, existing while black.
So that made me double down. I had two sets of friends. I had my suburb friends